You guys know the deal. Another build, another set of LEED brakes. We got quite a bit of goodies for this car behind me. This is a 1979 Z28 Camaro, so second gen Camaro. And you see there's some work done. You can check out previous videos to see the progress on that. But basically, we had the frame off, got that sandblasted, painted, firewall repainted, and we got a bunch of fresh suspension goodies up front. In this box here, we have the master cylinder and booster for this car. We also have another box we'll be getting to later in a separate video on a rear disc brake conversion for this car. Memory serves me right, I have just a pile of parts over there I've been, working through slowly, and we're getting down there, which is, satisfying to see. Each box you eliminate, you got some nice new parts on the car. I think the 8-inch dual diaphragm booster to make up for the crate engine we're throwing in there, which does have a cam. Mild, but nonetheless, this should give us proper vacuum. Man, whoo, that looks good. For the main goods here, we opted for the proportioning valve, or the metering block, whatever you want to say, the split to the rear to be mounted on the bottom. So this is what we're looking at here. But this is some nice stuff here. Feel bad getting the chrome with the fingerprints on it, but look at that unit. Nice and fresh. It's got the right angled bracket for these F bodies. You see we got a new valve for our vacuum supply. We'll put a fresh hose with that. But man, I just prefer this type of master cylinder so much more than the ones that clip over. So much easier to work with. Now we'll mount this up, mock it up so we can make our brake lines for the front, but then we'll be removing the booster, or leaving the booster on, removing the master and the valve to bench bleed before the final install. A nice unit. I'll get you guys a close-up here. Some good stuff right here. Just splitting the two for the time being. One, we have to mock it up. And further note, in any master cylinder, I don't care what brand you have, to bench bleed it before the install. I like how clean this is mounted, nice and tucked away versus hanging down like factory. Now what's also nice about buying a complete kit is the rod length should be exactly where it needs to be. We'll go over the instructions. You see there is an adjustment here, so we will make sure that is true. But we will have to adjust the rod for the pedal, and that's what that kit is down there. I decided to break out the old booster to do a little comparison, and also I can start with matching. They provide some all thread and then your adapter to the brake pedal. It uses the same hardware, so the pin, and I believe it's just a cotter pin. I'll have to go look for those in a second. But I can basically match it to this length to start with to give me a good reference point. But the reason you go from, I don't know exactly what size it is, but the single pot to the dual pot is they can get in a smaller package. Yes, the master cylinder will stick out farther. You can clearly see the difference there. But also, if you have a cammed engine, this is again a crate engine. So vacuum's not going to be a problem. It's a mild build, mild cam. However, this would make up for it being a dual diaphragm, tighter package, less wide, which will be nice for clearance against the firewall. We're going to start going through this, setting it up, and then installing it, and we'll get under the dash here and attach to the pedal. All right, we are under the dash. It is going to be very hard for you guys to see what I'm talking about. It's already set up. Basically, let's get the light here where you guys can see this rod. I have it adjusted. I actually had to trim the all thread down about 1/2 inch to get the rod short enough. Basically, all in all, from the base of the booster to the tip of the pin here, it was about 7 inches on the old one, so that's pretty close to being matched. So yeah, you can trim it down a little more, and then you still have adjustment to go back out if needed. They say you want about 1/2 inch of play in the pedal before you feel it start engaging the push rod. And that is about right on the money there. One thing you want to also note is when you adjust the pedal, make sure you're not all the way bottomed out, but also make sure you're in enough that you don't trigger the brake light switch. So I'll take this rod off. What I mean is that I wouldn't want to jam too far up on it, put too much pressure on it, but I also, obviously you don't want it halfway or loose. So it's about right there. And then that just slips over, and then you have a little clip here to go over. That is all. Then you tighten the jam nut down there to the all thread, and you are good to go. And just to review what we just did, we got the LEED brakes, 8-inch dual diaphragm booster installed, the correct length push rod that we needed. They give you all thread. I had to trim mine down a little bit. Factory push rod was just about 7 inches from the base of the booster to the end. So we matched that pretty good. We got our 1/2 inch of pedal play that they recommend, and we also made sure we're not putting too much strain on the brake switch. Because like I said, I didn't want to, if you over adjust the pedal up, you could, jam against it. It's just plastic. But you also don't want to thread it in too little, and then there's a gap and it's maybe triggering or intermittently turning the light on. Anyways, that's right. Just make sure of those two things. The length's right. You have your pedal play, and you're aware of the switch. After that, we have the master cylinder mounted on. Of course, we have to remove it again to bench bleed, but you see there is no front brake lines. So we have to mock all those up first, get those made. We also have a disc brake conversion for the rear. That will be later on, but before we bleed the entire system, those will be going on as well. I appreciate you guys watching this quick video. Now, LEED Brakes is running a rebate sale the month of March, so this month only. Now's the time, and I'll show you working on the rear disc brakes for the Camaro. The truck, the other build in the shop, already got a set in the back, along with a master booster. So I'm a big fan of their products, so if you want your own, they have a lot of stuff out there. Go take a look, link in the bio.